Hello guys, Almost Addicted here, and today can you see me? No you can't, cause I'm a tree. Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? So basically what we are going to do today, we are going to build a blacksmith. Now people don't like my really long tutorials, so I'm going to do them different. I'm going to do them where I'm going to show you guys, but not actually do it block by block. So we're going to start off with the base. Hopefully you can get some inspiration from this just by looking at it. It's not going to be exact. Your build is not going to be exact like this, but you can use this as a template and kind of get some inspiration from it and get your inspirational bloods flowing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So, obviously we're building this up and we're going to try and get some detail into it now. We need to bring some depth into that build. So we're going to get some depth. I'm getting so fast. I'm getting so fast at these commentaries and stuff. So we've got a bit of depth in there. And we're going to get this in as well. It's looking beautiful. So we're going to get this going all the way around. And we're going to bring it out more depth. More depth. Depth is so important in builds. And not a lot of people do it. They just want these flat walls. Don't do it, bro. You want some big, hefty depth in your builds. Especially at the bottom. At the top, you can kind of get away with it. But at the bottom, you want it kind of like detailed heavy. And then you can get away with quite simple at the top. And it really comes together. So as you can see, we're going to bring these up now. We're going to bring these poles. Come up. Come poles. Oh my god, it was beautiful. You see that? So fast. Nobody will complain about these tutorials being too long anymore. So now we're going to bring these all the way around. I kind of prefer to do ones like this, to be honest. It's a lot easier. And yeah, it just gives you guys inspiration. And it doesn't show you exact. So I'm going to do my smaller builds exactly like block for block, probably my smaller builds, but the bigger builds like this, I'm going to show you guys a kind of template and then you can kind of work off it. So I like to work mine about 4 high with the gap so we can work with it in the middle. There's about a 3 gap in the middle there, and we can just fill some of this and get some of that fence in there as well with the brickstone. This is the natural texture pack, but if you're on console, why not use a natural texture pack? It's really nice. And if not, you can always copy off this and try and use blocks that are kind of like this, you know. You don't have to use the exact block. So I'm putting the roof up by 1 block and then a stair on top, 1 block and then a stair all the way, as you can see. So we've got the 1 block, then we've got the stair along, and we're going to do the same at the other side. Boom, we've got the roof like finished. Oh, so quick this. Never complain again, bro. I'm doing this for you guys, okay? So... but I can do some block for block ones, but they do take me a long time, and as you guys know, I haven't got the internet to keep doing these really long ones. Until I get better internet, I will go back to the block for block for the massive ones. For the little ones, I'll still do block for block, because I do enjoy doing those block for block. But these, oh my god, let's get it done. Look at this. So now we're bringing down this roof. So at the back we can get away with this, and at the front we want kind of that accentuated arch, as you do get in the blacksmiths. So usually you'd have a nice front. So we're going to bring it out. We've got a nice archway. I've just done 2 slabs, then 1 slab, and then down an extra. And then we're just going to fill this in. So just to get that, as you can see, look. And then we just got to get a bit of depth in the front as well. Obviously fill in the back. Get a bit of detail on the front of that kind of like accentuated arch. Maybe get some more detail in by adding some fences. And then what I've done is put half slab all the way around, so it kind of, you can start to detail your build quite different, especially when the floor's like made out of slab, because then you can make pavements and stuff like that. So I think it's really good. And then we can get a chimney in there as well. Obviously we're going to have a chimney with the accentuated arch, and it's always nice to get one on a big chimney coming out, obviously where we'd have like our iron pots that are brewing and stuff. So I'll get some cobblestone wall. I like to build that up a bit. I mean, you can always add some cobwebs. You can bring this down. So this would be a fire underneath here. I wouldn't suggest putting a fire underneath there. Just put a piece of glowstone or something. Because I've built a house before and the house burnt down, man. I'm so sorry. Like it was one of my other builds. So we're going to bring this round. We're going to do some archways here. Look, some nice sexy archways going all the way around at the side of the building. We can actually bring those out as well. So it's just all up to you guys. It's just adding that little extra detail and making your build less square. That's what it's all about, trying to get those arches in there and just like little accentuated little bits. It really does make your build look really nice. So as you can see, I'm pulling it at the back, I've done it at the front, and if you want to add more detail into it, like you can put some slabs across the top so it's like keeping it all in. You can bring it out a little bit more, as you can see. Oh, it's looking nice now. It's looking nice, but I'd really like to see what you guys come up with, like from just seeing this as inspiration. Definitely get me on Twitter. I will put my Twitter down in the description because I definitely want to see what you guys will come up with, and if this has inspired you in any form of way when it comes to building. So we're adding that little extra depth again at the side of the building. I think, as I say, it's very, very important. You can get away with depth at the top as well, but for builds like this medieval, you can go like bottom heavy, maybe medium heavy, and then the top you can just keep really simple. So now we're building that big chimney at the side of the building, and yeah, you can just bring it through your roof. Just bring it through your roof, just however you want to do it. You can have it poking through the top, you can have it coming from inside. Maybe you'll have a chimney coming from the inside where they have, you know, the iron burners, and where they'd make the horseshoes and stuff. They do that inside, or like the swords and stuff. So it's usually they probably have one outside and one inside. I'm not going to do the inside, guys, because I want you guys to now start and bring your own inspiration to my builds, and that's what's magic to me. Like being able to give you a template to build and kind of show you how to do it, but not fully show you, so you can still use that creative spark from it. So as you can see, look at this, right? Now you've got the half slab in, you can just fill it in, and then you've got that half slab sort of feel, but you can still get your fences on top of it as well. So obviously we'll need this bit for our way in, but as I say, you can change it however you like. You could come in from the right hand side, maybe the left hand side, maybe it's offset to a market or something. So you don't always have to have that as a front entrance. As you can see here, look, it's just like in with the market. But yeah, it's looking really nice. As you can see, there's fences. Maybe get a bit of an arch there. You know, a bit of an arch as you're coming in through your doorway. I think that would always look quite nice. And you can get this bit here, maybe this bit on the right hand side, or left hand side even, is like cornered off so people can't get through from this way. Maybe the town is behind here, and from the other end, obviously you've got the market, you would come in from the other way. So it's all about, I think, instead of keeping OCD on it, like here, you can just walk through there. You can maybe, the bit where it's just grass, you can have it sloping down so it's like inside. There's so much you can do, and look at all this little stuff. You can have like a little lava pool, you can have like little bits of bush, and you know, like anvils around there, and that's what you can kind of do to try and make it sort of that busy sort of feeling. Now we can bring these out, and we can bring them round the chimney and bring them out. It just really, you want that chimney kind of hidden within a roof, but you still got the feeling and still see it, as you can see it popping through the roof, as well as, you know, enclosed in a blacksmith's, which it just gives that really, really good sort of feel. And buttons, just buttons everywhere, buttons, just button here, button there. I'm going to put a button here, maybe a button here as well. I'm doing this to wind someone up, but buttons everywhere. Buttons are essential. You press a button, you don't need redstone, it can be just detail. You can add some more in here, as you can see, just a little bit at the top to add that little detail. Maybe you want to put in a couple across here and make the top heavy. There you go, look at that. I mean, like, put your logs sticking out as well for the joints in your build. That's extra detail, isn't it? Instead of just having a plain log, maybe just have a log that's facing into the wall, and we can put some bushes, foliage around, trees. You know, there's so much you can do. We can have a little light fixture here, more buttons, hundreds and thousands of buttons. More buttons here, get some more, and as you can see, I've got like a jetty at the side as well, which looks quite nice. Add some bush, yeah, get some bush in there. If you want that rustic sort of feel, just whack it with bushes, whack it with vines, get a bit crazy with it, see what works for you, you know, see what looks good. And it's all trial and error, and that's what it's all about. Like here, I'm just completely and utterly scattering it everywhere. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's bits here, it's not perfect, but if I kept adding to that, maybe take some pieces out of the roof, maybe put some grass blocks in there and actually add some grass onto it, and it gives it that sort of like rural, sort of broke down sort of feel to it. And you can take out little bits here, and the white there is andesite or diorite, I think it is, and it just looks really nice. It's got that medieval sort of like white. But yeah, I really hope you got some inspiration from this. As you can see, this is part of my medieval world, and it just kind of, it blends together. You can do so much with it. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you got any form of inspiration whatsoever, make sure you slap that like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think to these sort of videos, because I can definitely do a lot bigger builds that I wouldn't usually be able to do this way, you know. So it's my way of showing you guys and giving you inspiration, even though, you know, I can't do a lot of them block for block, but I can give you the inspiration to build your own. But anyway, guys, been awesome having you here, been awesome doing it. I shall catch you later. Tell me what you think. Peace.